Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I am recording a start to finish video of how to make your own snow globe tumbler. I have already put in my glitters. I'm now about to put in my polymer clays. I use cardstock and painter's tape to wrap the bottom to prevent, the loss of glitter so I can save it or put it back in the bottle. I use a paintbrush, a dry paintbrush to brush the rest into the hole. And this is a 16-ounce glass can tumbler. I got a set off of Amazon. You can find them on big name companies like Craft Haven and Mother Tumbler. They all have some too as well, but I was practicing for the sake of videos. So I got it from Amazon if you want to just practice. But here you see me separating polymer clays. I have so many Etsy shops. I'll link them down in the description box below, but I am confident that these came from the Tiny Supply Co. If y'all pause the video, I can see where it comes from. But don't quote me 100%. I'll link the right company down below with these exact products. I did not use the XOs in the pink because they were just a shade too dark for my liking. And I didn't make up a color yet for the liquid. So see here, all I'm going to do is separate the white and the pink hearts and use those inside my tumblers. It's a tedious process, but I like it. It keeps me busy, it keeps my mind reeling, and it's very relaxing for me. But I'll explain my solution as I do this. You can make your solutions with water, vegetable glycerin, and glue, clear glue. People are starting to use some magic liquid that's used for slime, but I don't think I found what I like the best, but I'll probably use it in the video if somebody wants me to use it. You can use half water, half vegetable glycerin, half water, half glue. My personal solution is half water, half vegetable glycerin, and a fourth of glue. The reason why I say this is because the glue can either be added more to slow down your solution, depending on if you have heavier polymer clay pieces, and if you don't want it to settle. Also, to help with settling and preventing it, you can fill your bottle or your cup or your glass up to the rim and get rid of the air bubbles. That's key to having less settling. But it's gravity. It's going to settle. It's not going to stay submitted in the water forever unless you do have a lightweight glitter. I'm quickly going to touch base. If you have limited supplies on polymer clays, use a teaspoon in each cup. It looks perfect every time. I eyeball most of the time, as y'all seen, I eyeballed. And I go from there. I probably put about a third of glitter inside the tumbler. But I use less glitter if I have polymer clay pieces because the polymer clay pieces will help drag the glitter down and up the cup. Y'all, it's so pretty if you see it in person as you're mixing it. But you can add mica powders, alcohol inks, acrylic paints. Y'all see me use acrylic paints only in this mixture. They make up a variety of opaque and transparent solutions. Start with a little, test it out in like a regular tester cup or picking it up with a plastic spoon and seeing if you like it and go from there. But yeah, here I've just finished putting in all my polymer clay pieces. I shake it up real good, get it rolled around so it's not like compacted down at the rim because it's a pain to try to get that out of there. Like it's a pain to try to get the liquid to soak up all that glitter and get all that air out of there. People call it degassing, but it's just letting the air bubbles rise to the bottom or top of the cup so you can keep adding more liquid. No, I don't wait 24 hours for the air to... I have multiple orders at one time. I don't have 24 hours to wait. So I shake and shake and shake and shake for quite some time. But you guys, for this tumbler, I'm doing a full wrap. My first time actually doing the full sheet wrap on transfer tape and applying it. And it was a struggle to get this cup down pat. Will I do it again? No. But here you guys, I'm using my squeegee and my brayer to weed out everything and pull back with tension. Not too much, but enough to where you can see it and peel up whatever gets stuck, help release it. Some people cut as they go along. Me, I like to pull it up in one full swoop and keep it moving. At the bottom, I was just pulling it up because it was giving me, a little bit of a pullback. But I use Tech Wrap, I use Cricut, I use Oracle 51, I use stuff that I even find in local shops. It's just whatever I pick out. Um, but here you see when you have smaller pieces that weed, go slower. Take your time. Letters will come up here and there no matter what it is, but you got to find the right Cricut setting, silhouette setting, whatever you use for your machine. You got to find the right settings. Mine is holographic decal. For some reason that works for my blade. That's what works for me, and I never have like pieces that never cut well. You see how easy that's pulling up, and that's tech wrap. I know for a fact that's tech wrap. That cuts so beautiful. Or Oracle. Don't quote me. I'll let you know in the description box below. But look at that. That's so pretty. That is so pretty. Just watching it pull up. And this pieces gave me hard time too. So just take it off if you need to. Reprint, recut. The key here is to try to get all that air from around your vinyl out when you put in that transfer tape. So squeegee, 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 brayer. Burnishing is key. Burnishing is key. And then taking the outline. As y'all see, I've used that method where I flatten it as I'm pulling it back so it doesn't have space to come up with my paper, with my backing paper. And just eyeball and like level it out. If you guys need like more practice with it, use parchment paper. I think that's what everybody else uses. I never use parchment paper. It actually just got in my way. But here you see I already put all the layering together and I set it to the side. Now it's time for the liquid. Like I said, acrylic paint, satin acrylic paint from Michaels. I already got it to like the consistency that I wanted, and it's very opaque. It's not really that see-through. That's what I was going for. I don't want the lover girl kind of style, lover boy kind of style for my cup, but this is what I got, and all I'm about to do is just transfer it over to my condiment bottle. And I'll be back after I put all of this inside my cup. Approximately, I use about maybe 6 to 8 ounces for this cup, if not a little bit more. Um, but yeah, you just want to make sure you get all your liquids in one bottle, to keep and you use. Make sure the base of your cup is clean and the rim is clean and it's on the sides is clean as well. I do not, I repeat, I do not apply my decals until I seal the bottom of my cups. If you get any of this little bit of liquid on your vinyl and it's not all the way adhered to your cup, you're going to have to redo it over. And it's such a pain to clean off. Okay, so the next step is how I seal my hole. I use my UV light that I got from Amazon for cheap. Comes with 3 settings, 99, 60, and 30. Seconds, that is. I use a Amazon brand UV resin. It's showing up. There it is, right there. This has just been what's best for me. I don't like the Michael's brand, by the way. Stay away from it. It doesn't work. I'm sorry. Never mind. Yeah, ignore that. But I pour it directly into the hole while the light is on my UV light. Like I have it already on. I use a dime size and I squeeze it directly in there. You gotta be quick because it will harden. But I promise that's the best way I get a leveled bottom. And I pull away and I let it cure 99 seconds twice and then 30 seconds if it's still tacky. Okay, once that's cured, I clean off the bottom with 91% alcohol. You can use whatever. 91% alcohol literally works the best for me. You know your cup is clean when you wipe it and that streak starts to dry. You'll see it. It's like a casting. It's wet and it dries really fast. That's how you know you got all your oils off your cup. I clean my table. I clean my sides. I clean the cup. I clean it like so much. It's ridiculous. My hands are always dry and ashy because I'm always cleaning my cup. But here I took it to the bathroom and washed it with some Dawn dish soap and water, and I used a microfiber cloth because I could not get it. If you need to sand it because it's causing cut to be like unleveled at the bottom, sand the bottom of it and take just a dime size amount and just wipe it across where you put your UV resin. Do it again with a little bit of UV resin and cure it really quickly. The shine comes right back. Now we're going to apply the vinyl decal. This is where I messed up. I forgot to notice that that backing right there was missing. So the paper side of the backing got stuck to my vinyl decal. You guys, look at me struggling. I was so mad. Look at that. I had to go in and reprint that off. I was so upset, you guys. I was so mad. I was over the decal before I even started to put it on the cup. But I said, you know what? Nope. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna show you guys what it's like to mess up and just have to roll with the punches. So at this point, I just said, forget it. Great. That happened, and then boom. My vinyl decal was not lined up to my cup as much as I tried. This is why I don't like wraps that have that blunt cut at the bottom. I like to do my own blunt cuts because it makes me feel like I have more control. None of this was working. Me trying to lay it down on the cup, on my holder, it was just all types of wonky. My vinyl was bubbling. I guess I just didn't lay it down flat enough. And y'all, this isn't, I've laid down wraps before, but this one gave me a really hard time. I'm not sure. But start in the middle, taco fold, press down, roll to one side, and then roll to the other. But make sure you lift up the transfer tape so you can get that other side down, and then pull back a little. Don't forget to use your squeegee. I've laid down so many vinyls, and I was just trying to do it without my squeegee. Nope, make sure you use your squeegee. My transfer tape, this is Cricut brand, regular transfer tape. I don't know, maybe I got a good batch, but this time around, it wanted to act like it didn't want to let go of my vinyl. And y'all who deals with Cricut vinyl and their transfer tape, y'all know what I'm saying, because most of the time it don't work for most people. But, oh yeah, this is worse than their strong grip. I struggled, you guys, for like 30 minutes trying to get this off, and I said, you know what, I'm going to cut it all out, and I'm going to have y'all to see what it looks like once I fill it off. But now that I got it down, and I'm going to show you guys how to, like, release air bubbles in your vinyl. And yeah, that little piece that stuck up, it tore, but vinyl is so forgiving. You can lay it back down, and you can't even see where it tore at. Vinyl is very forgiving. So here I take my weeding needle, my weeding pin, and you see how it's had that bubble. I lift it up and I just flatten it out. And then I just poke holes in the small little bubbles, really tiny, and just push it towards that hole and cover it back up. But this is what I mean why I say I put my smaller decals, like words on them, last, because I don't feel the pressure to get it right all the first time I break it down in sections. You could have broke it down to doing the purple hearts only, then the pink hearts only, but from here I just said I've done vinyl so many times for so many orders for my Etsy shop. I just do it this way because it's the most comfortable to me. But if you are a beginner, I highly suggest breaking it up and then putting it on, like while it's all on the backing, and then applying it all at once or piece by piece. But wraps are very forgiving. If you mess up, you can go in, remove one piece, place it there, print off some more, put it there. Because wraps don't really have a rhyme or reason unless, you know, like it's symmetrical, it has lines that need to line up. That's different. But as you can see, I had a heart missing. I'm thinking about this short in a second. So I went back in and I reprinted it off with my Cricut. But yeah, I was so upset, you guys. I was like, I felt good, like a breath of fresh air. There it is. That purple heart goes right there and it's missing. You guys, take your wraps step by step. Don't do what I did. Don't do what I did, okay? Take it step by step. No matter how good you are at it, take your time, okay? I already weeded out the heart that was missing and the smiley face, because I forgot a smiley face needed to go on there too. But weeded out the purple hearts and made sure, obviously, see, I switched my transfer tape. Y'all see that, right? It's some brand off of Amazon. Again, I'll link it down in the description box below. I just eyeballed it. That's what I do normally. I eyeball everything. I never, like, use rulers or anything unless, like, I need it to be completely straight and aligned on my Starbucks tumblers. But for these ones, they don't have no lines or anything. So I just placed it where I thought it looked nice. Eyeballed it. Dropped the decals for the weeding of the faces and the words onto it. And literally, I couldn't have picked a better cup to mess up with the HELL. No. Will I do this ago? Do this again? No. But you guys, I shook it up really good to make sure my glitter isn't stuck, and this is what we're left with. But of course, I'm not gonna leave y'all hanging. I'm gonna show you guys how I do my whipped cream toppers. I've had a couple people ask me in the different groups on Facebook that I'm in. I just stick a glue stick inside the hole for these ones. Normally, I just do it by myself on the side. And my spackling was crazy wet this time. Normally, it's not as wet. It's best to have it like almost like a whipped cream density, and it's really like fluffy. You can tell if it's wet because it starts to sink and your definition of your cream doesn't hold. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I do it. I did mess up because I didn't like the border, and I didn't want to do a border with this one. I normally do a border for my Starbucks whipped cream toppers, but this one I didn't feel like doing a border. Okay, as you guys can see, I don't like how it just came out really, it wasn't symmetrical or even. My my puffs were all over the place. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm recording myself and I was like, you know what? Mm-mm. But this is how easy it is when you mess up with spackling. I use Fast and Final. I've tried others, but again, Fast and Final is really good. But here you see me piping. I start in the center and I work my way around it. It's coming out like a cinnamon roll, and then I go above that layer, and then I squeeze, pushing down and pulling up a little bit in the center to give it that ice cream topper look. I like the big puffs, and I go a little smaller ones to fill in. As you see, I got a big space missing right there in the middle, and I'm gonna go back in and fill it in some more. But yeah, I just start in the center, swirl out, going counterclockwise, then come back up, and then when I get back in the center, as I'm going higher, I push down and pull up. Push down and pull up as I'm squeezing the bag. And I let go as I pull off to give it that little thin swoop at the top. Then, once you got your whipped cream to the way you like it, add your little pieces, your clay pieces, your cabochons, if you have them, charms, letters, whatever, sprinkles, glitter. I've used just about anything y'all can think of. I have some examples on my Etsy shop if y'all want to see. But this is really how it came out. And here's the finished product. All good to go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. See you later. Bye.